Police arrest a man for a teen's death.
I don't think there's any happiness to it, but maybe some relief that charges were laid.
Laying an unprecedented charge for an overdose in Calgary. A terrifying encounter in Kananaskis country.
No! No! Hey!
What an expert says you should do in this situation. And a scientific breakthrough on display.
Continuing to provide some world-class exhibitions here at Calgary.
How you can explore the world's best T-Rex fossil.
CTV Calgary, local breaking news with Alicia Fieldberg.
Hello and thank you for joining us. For the first time, Calgary police have laid a manslaughter charge in relation to an overdose death. 16-year-old Jordan Atkins-Materi died of a carfentanil overdose in November. Her obituary says she had a kind heart and loved writing and painting. Investigators say she and another 16-year-old girl met with an acquaintance, a man in his 40s, on November 27th, and then went back to his place in the 8300 block of Centre Street Northeast. Police believe the group did drugs. The next morning, the man noticed one of the girls was unconscious and called 911. Emergency responders could not revive her. 40-year-old Steve Philip Gilbert Collins now faces one count of manslaughter in relation to this death. He's scheduled to appear in court on July 6th. Now, this charge falls on International Day Against Drug Abuse and Illicit Trafficking, a reminder of the impact of drugs.
Obviously, in any case like this, family are devastated by the effect that drugs are having on the community, and especially with family members. We're concentrating now on the overdose deaths and pursuing any charges that could be related surrounding those people involved.
This is the first time Calgary police have laid a manslaughter charge in relation to an overdose death, and it follows the creation of a CPS team last year targeting drug traffickers linked to fatal overdoses. Police say a man hit by a truck in Bridgeland today was struck while trying to run away with a bag he stole from someone sitting on a park bench. The man suffered life-threatening injuries after being hit by a commercial truck this afternoon. Officers closed 9th Street near Centre Street while they investigated. Police want to hear from any witnesses. We have more details about the woman who died after getting shot by police on Deerfoot Trail. Alberta's police watchdog says police used pepper spray and a taser before an officer fired their gun. ACERT says on Sunday, following reports of a person driving erratically, officers boxed in an SUV on Deerfoot Trail near Memorial Drive. Police said the woman driving had a knife and wouldn't get out of the vehicle. About 20 minutes later, officers broke a window on the SUV and deployed pepper spray. Police say when the woman got out, she moved toward officers. That's when a taser was used, and then an officer fired their gun. The woman was taken to hospital where she died. ACERT says the sequence of events remains under investigation. A woman had a frightening bear encounter in Kananaskis recently when she and her dog were charged. The two made it out unharmed, but it was a close call. Tyler Barrow has more.
No. Go away.
It wasn't the walk in the park Jessie Oakes set out for with her Dutch Shepherd named Skokie.
Enough! Hey!
The grizzly charging toward the two. The leash dog watches even as the bear walks on two legs. The incident happened near Mount Engadine Lodge Wednesday around 6 a.m. Oakes did try to distract the bear, throwing her coffee mug to the side.
Go away!
Oakes previously encountered the bear with no issue, but this situation was intense. She said, quote, "I am not losing my dog today. I am not letting him murder my dog."
What I can tell, this bear was perceiving that dog possibly as a food source.
Oakes and Skokie were able to get away, which Titchener says was handled well.
Glad that she had her dog on the leash and that she was trying to let that bear know, hey, get away from me.
Alberta Parks is aware of the encounter. It has put out a bear warning around Mount Engadine Lodge and the area due to this incident. The expert we spoke with says this is another reason for people to be bear aware.
Be really loud and aggressive, trying to get them to leave instead, and use my bear spray if they get within the range. Would have preferred if she had stood her ground and tried to get the bear to leave instead and not had her cell phone out trying to video at the same time as trying to deal with an extremely dangerous situation.
Oakes wants others to learn from what happened. She didn't have bear spray, saying, "There's no excuse for that, even if I was within a minute walk from my residence." In the end, she and Skokie couldn't get back home, instead finding safety in a nearby glamping tent. The bear walked off into the woods. Tyler Barrow, CTV News, Calgary.
Cowboys Tent has decided to end all of its concerts, including those on weekends, at midnight this Stampede. Mayor Farkas posted online saying the city issued an amended permit that delivers stronger protections for nearby residents. He thanks Penny Lane Entertainment for working together with the city administration, listening to community concerns, and agreeing to meaningful improvements. A Calgary company has stepped up to host some live music this weekend after the sudden cancellation of Country Thunder. The Alberta Boot Company was a title sponsor and will now host 3 of the artists at its downtown factory. Kevin Fleming reports.
The Alberta Boot Company's production line is operating at full speed Friday evening, but come Saturday, this space is turning into a concert venue called Save Saturday. Jay Taylor is the head of Alberta Boot. He wanted to salvage some of the live performance for music fans and the artists that they'll miss with the cancellation of this weekend's Country Thunder Music Festival.
We worked with our marketing team who sort of knocked it out of the park trying to figure out a solution. So we're going to put a stage in our factory, open up the doors to our retail floor, clean out the space, have as many people in as we can, and enjoy the evening. And it's going to be a fun few hours, I think.
The Country Music Festival was canceled when organizers said the City of Calgary created safety and operational barriers. The city disputes those claims. Regardless, Alberta Boot Company will host 140 people in a very intimate setting. The bands are eager to play to a live audience.
If you can get here, come on down. We'd love to have you. It's all free. And if you bought a Country Thunder ticket, we're going to find a way to show you some love on the other side to make up for the fact that the show didn't go. So come on down and have some fun.
Jaden Riley was one of those local artists looking forward to playing at Country Thunder. Now she and her band, the Crybabies, are looking forward to playing at Alberta Boot.
I've seen the space. I think it's going to be amazing. I think the intimacy of it, especially at a time we're all coming together now as a community to still, let the music live on. I think people will be more than happy to be shoulder to shoulder, dancing and having a good time in there.
Riley was overwhelmed with support from fans and friends after the weekend event was canceled at Confluence Park.
I received so many messages from friends and family, even just fans that were heartbroken for me, folks that were supposed to play as well that reached out to me to say, I know how much you wanted this, I'm so sorry. So yeah, I felt a lot of love for sure.
Taylor says this is the biggest event hosted at the factory and says if it's a success, it could become an annual event. Kevin Fleming, CTV News, Calgary.
The world's most famous dinosaur has arrived in Calgary for a visit. Sue is on display at TELUS Spark. It's the most complete and best preserved Tyrannosaurus Rex ever found. Sue was discovered in 1990 in South Dakota, and scientists are still making discoveries. The updated skeleton includes belly ribs that make Sue look bigger and more powerful. TELUS Spark hopes Sue will ignite imaginations.
We exist to inspire love and curiosity of science and the science that's in the world around everyone. And so the ability to have a changing exhibit on a regular basis is an important way for TELUS Spark to remain relevant, to remain connected, and to create a reason for people to come back over and over again.
Sue and some other dinosaur elements will be on display at TELUS Spark all summer. The Calgary Flames had the 6th pick in the first round of the 2026 NHL draft tonight.
From the Prince George Cougars, Carson Carrolls. Yes!
Carson Carrolls, the 18-year-old defenseman from Cypress River, Manitoba, had 73 points in 58 games last season with the Prince George Cougars. Previously, the Flames picked Matthew Tkachuk and Sean Monahan with the 6th overall picks. The Toronto Maple Leafs selected 1st overall, and singer Justin Bieber was on hand to announce the pick. Former Medicine Hat Tiger Gavin McKenna from Whitehorse is the first Indigenous player to be taken 1st overall since 1977. Canada's soccer team will face South Africa on Sunday in the first World Cup knockout match in the history of our men's program. In Vancouver today, the Canadians practice for the final time on home soil before departing for Los Angeles. South Africa has never advanced past the group stage, nor has Canada in 3 World Cup appearances. And Sunday's game begins at 1 p.m. Mountain Time. You can watch it on CTV, TSN, and Crave. A Formula One racer and fan favorite made an unexpected pit stop at Emerald Lake Lodge last month. On May 26th, Lewis Hamilton took his mom on a paddle around the popular lake in Yoho National Park. And staff say that he was looking for help because of car trouble when he dropped in. Along with renting a canoe, staff say he ordered snacks to go. Lewis managed to squeeze in this last month following the Formula One race in Montreal, where he placed second. It was a pretty nice day today, but we're expecting some rain throughout the weekend.
Yeah, we even saw a bit of those showers throughout southern Alberta tonight. Starting to taper off out there. We get a little bit of a break in these overnight hours, at least for the Calgary area, before our next wave of rain could happen as early as tomorrow afternoon when we see that thunderstorm risk. Now, it's not going to be very cold tonight with a low of 13 because of the cloud coverage we're seeing. But again, tomorrow, instabilities moving in, getting us to a high of 20, but then we're really going to see a cool down and some wet weather, Alicia. By the time Sunday moves in, we'll have all those details coming up in your full forecast.
Thanks, Gina. When Stampede starts next week, a lot of people will be heading to the grounds on transit. Calgary has a new crop of officers to offer security, but some worry that more needs to be done to address safety.
You're watching CTV News, Calgary.
Calgary Transit added dozens of new members to its peace officer team today. The goal is to improve public safety. Some residents worry this won't do enough to address growing concerns. Tommy Osborne reports.
34 new transit peace officers are suiting up, hoping to improve transit safety.
This is their day, and I want them to remember it because they're committed to serve. And I hope that, today leads to a 20-year future with the city. We have a district deployment model, and with the addition of 34 more officers, it will allow us to respond to calls in an orderly fashion.
These new recruits join a unit that is 212 members strong, as the Calgary Stampede is only days away, where transit will extend its hours.
We know one of the key ways that people get to these events is the train. So we're going to have extra officers out there. We're going to be focusing on all the key areas.
However, some Calgarians aren't convinced this will properly address ongoing safety concerns. Sandra Steffens suffered a brutal attack on the Crowfoot Transit platform in mid-May that left her seriously bruised with a concussion and broken ribs.
200 officers? I don't know. I mean, it's a step in the right direction, but it's not enough. I've been to Crowfoot at Friday night. There's nothing. There's nothing.
Steffens says she still can't work 6 weeks after the attack, and it's impacted her family too.
And it's really scary for my daughter, who's going to a movie at cinema in Crowfoot, and there's no security.
Transit says it's working to address concerns.
We can always do better. And having 34 more officers join our team today, we're doing the right things. We're going to be out there on the lines. We want to reassure everyone transit is a safe transportation alternative.
Tommy Osborne, CTV News, Calgary.
Some Southwest Calgarians will be voting in a by-election this year, and 2 candidates have been announced. Calgary-Shaw was held by UCP Cabinet Minister Rebecca Schultz. She resigned and left the legislature in May. This week, local businessman Mike Derry won the nomination to run for the UCP, beating out Calgary councillor Dan McLean. Now, tonight, the NDP also named their pick, Kyle Campbell, a father and cancer survivor who says families want change.
Lowering costs so that families can breathe again. Fixing the healthcare system so that people don't have to worry if the system will give them the help when they need it. And strengthening our schools so that the future of our children starts off with a bright start.
Now, under provincial law, a by-election must be called within 6 months of the representative leaving their seat. 3 people are facing charges after copper wire thefts targeted farm and oil and gas infrastructure across southern Alberta. Investigators say copper wire was stolen from irrigation and industrial sites last month in Lethbridge County, the MD of Taber, and Newell County. Officers even confronted suspects in the act near Vauxhall. Police say 3 people took off in 2 vehicles. One got stuck in a potato field. A second vehicle was stopped using a tire deflation device. The 3 are also linked to additional thefts, including damage to irrigation infrastructure, estimated at more than $96,000. Cancer touches many lives. Moses Waldo introduces us to an Airdrie woman who's struggling with a rare form of it and the support circle trying to help pay for a life-saving treatment.
For Emily Winslow, a day at the salon is a luxury, but also tiring. A symptom of the ongoing chemotherapy treatments the 36-year-old had to endure for the last 3 years.
I was given an injection to put me in medical menopause to hopefully shrink the fibroids.
Problem was, it wasn't fibroids, but an aggressive stage 4 cancer that affects roughly 6 in every 1 million women.
They found out it was this super rare leiomyosarcoma that usually only happens to women in their 60s.
Regular chemotherapy didn't work. The cancer spread to her lungs. A newer drug, trabectedin, also known as Yondelis, was recently approved in Canada in 2025, giving her hope, but at a cost.
It's up to $10,000 per round.
$60,000 in total for 6 treatments, to be specific, and it's not covered provincially. A statement from Alberta's Primary and Preventative Health Services says, in part, trabectedin is not covered by public drug plans in Canada. Alberta will review it as quickly as possible to determine coverage. Meantime, Winslow's sister started a GoFundMe, which helped cover the first 2 appointments.
Originally, my plan was to sell my vehicle and take out some loans.
And I said, I hate that. I hate that.
To help, Hairbender Salon is also hosting a cut-a-thon this Sunday.
I've been met with a lot of people in the community, whether that's in Airdrie or Calgary Runningers. They want to show up. They want to help.
Winslow is taking time off work and her duties as a cheer coach. But members of Cheer Sport Sharks Calgary are hoping to show up as well, like the many times she's shown up for them.
We have to be so strong for her because she's always been strong for us, and you would have no idea what she's going through because she always has the biggest smile on her face and she's always just the happiest person.
Winslow is grateful for the support.
Cancer sucks, but having incredible people in your life just makes it suck a little bit less. Yeah.
Moses Waldo, CTV News, Calgary.
The cut-a-thon will take place Sunday at Hairbender Salon in Airdrie from 9 a.m. until 5 p.m. Well, it looks like we're in store for some moisture this weekend. Gina's along next to give us the details with her forecast.
Changes on the way when it comes to the weather for this final weekend of June. Unfortunately, we're returning back to a familiar note here for this month, which is clouds, showers, and briefly some cooler temperatures as well. Today was pretty nice and seasonal out there. We got to 22 degrees, which is right where we should be. That is the normal high for this time of year. 25 for Edmonton, but that region is really going to see those temperatures turn tomorrow, only getting into the teens with a high of 17. We're still in pretty good shape with a high of 20, so still within that seasonal range. But it's going to be on Sunday for us where we'll notice a pretty noticeable cool down with a high of just 15 degrees. And it's all due to what's happening in the upper air pattern. You see that a big green blob there, kind of looks like an avocado in this shot here. That's going to move in from the west coast, and we're going to see a pretty rare setup for Alberta, at least. This is called a Rex block. This is when you have a low pressure system and a high pressure system in this position, the low in the south, the high to the north, directly above the low, and then they're locked in like kind of a dance together, and they don't break out of it. This stalls weather systems for days, sometimes even into weeks. We're expecting a couple of days of this, which is going to be rain, instability, clouds, some strong winds. It starts to drift a little bit into central Alberta, or excuse me, the central prairies heading into Tuesday, but that's still going to drive cool air into Alberta and wet, unstable conditions as well. Meanwhile, that high is bringing heat warnings to areas in the extreme north. So it's a very interesting setup. When we look at those rainfall totals, not too much for Saturday. Even most of Sunday, it's not substantial, possibly up to 20 millimeters. It's going to be overnight into Monday where we really see a lot of that rain happen. Right now, this model is suggesting in the range of 30 millimeters, but these models update every hour. So just a slight shift in this weather pattern could bring more rain or less rain. It's a tool we use to predict what's happening, but it is not a crystal ball. So what we're pretty certain about at this point is we are going to experience rain on the weekend throughout much of southern Alberta. But the amounts, again, are variable, but it's going to be windy as well on Sunday from the northwest, 50 to 70 kilometers an hour. Monday, gloomy as well. Get a bit more sunshine by Tuesday, and Canada Day is looking pretty good, but still could see some thunderstorms.
Thanks, Gina. Well, forget about eating your meal at your desk. How about a free concert to relax and reflect instead? A Calgary Festival is trying to make it easy for many to enjoy this kind of lunch break instead. A new exhibit at Heritage Park celebrates the 100th anniversary of the Alberta Motor Association. It's in Gasoline Alley and includes several artifacts you can touch and shows AMA's growth in tandem with Alberta's growth. Piano concerts are popping up all over Calgary this summer, but not just in concert halls, in places people work and live instead. Kevin Fleming reports.
From Vancouver and flew in for a 1-hour lunchtime performance in a downtown office tower. Amanda Tosoff is bringing these listeners a little jazz music.
I like to have lots of variety in my sets, so we've got some jazz standards from the American Songbook, we've got a little music from Brazil, we've got some vocal and some instrumental piano trio material, so I think there's a little bit of something for everyone.
Honans is hosting Piano Project YYC. It's the second year it's offered music to the community with a variety of performers.
We want to break down those barriers. We want to help people experience classical music as they are and realize that it connects us, it adds cultural vibrancy to our city, and they might discover that they really love something they didn't know anything about.
Smith says the public reaction to the pop-up concerts is positive and is something different to break up their workday at lunch.
I think being in spaces where people walk by, it's also an opportunity for people to realize that music, live music, should be a part of their everyday life and not just reserved for special occasions.
Jody Prosnick plays bass and says this group is a smaller version of an all-female group.
The O-Star Project is a sextet, sometimes a septet, so 6 or 7 people. So this is kind of a reduced version, a little intimate quartet version.
It's a different setting that many performers aren't used to, but Prosnick enjoys being up close to the audience.
People will be walking by and be like, wow, oh, what is this? And then they might hear something that feels really compelling. And so it's a chance to plant some seeds of interest in music that isn't sort of stereotypically what people are hearing all the time.
Piano Project YYC will host free concerts at various locations for the rest of the year. Kevin Fleming, CTV News, Calgary.
Thanks for staying up late with us.